Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be showing you guys this look, which is my work from home quarantine makeup. So I've been taking this time to do a little bit more natural makeup, but still look nice and presentable for those video chats that I'm having to do. I've also been doing a lot more natural hair and nice comfy clothes during this time. I'm taking advantage of being able to wear sweatpants to work. So if you guys are interested in seeing the products that I'm using, just keep watching. All right, so I've already done my skincare. Sorry if the lighting is a little bit off. I have like kind of warm lighting over on this side of the room, and then I have just like natural lighting over here. But I think I'll kind of get close so you guys can see all the details. But so I've already done my skincare. So I am going to just go ahead and throw some primer on. I am still priming because a lot of my primers that I use are hydrating, so it's just like an extra boost of hydration for my dry skin. So the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer and the Nars Radiance Primer are both good. And the Nars one has SPF in it. I am still wearing my sunscreen because my office has a huge window and it's on the same side of the house as this side. Like, it's cloudy and we still have this much light coming in. So I am still wearing my SPF. Also, it's good that once you form the habit of wearing SPF, just keep wearing it, because when it comes time to go back to work, you'll already have that habit formed and won't worry about if you have your SPF when you go outdoors. So, all right, so we got our primer on. Now I have been using probably a different foundation or concealer every single day during this quarantine. I have reached into my sample drawer and have been trying out all different kinds of foundation. It's kind of a good time to test out foundations, like samples, because like I really can only wear this shade. This is the Cover FX. Okay, this is concealer, but normally foundation samples are like this small. That doesn't cover my whole face. So I've just been like testing them out and like putting them in targeted areas, and then I can test out if I like the formula, the wear of it, before I go and buy it. So I've been doing a lot of that, but for today we're gonna work on finishing some of my existing bottles. Really, during this time, I am trying to use stuff up. That is my goal for all of this quarantine, is like I've been doing what I've been calling Operation Pan, and like trying to use products up. Obviously this doesn't come in a pan, but this is the Fenty Beauty, the original foundation, and I'm just like using all of this stuff up. I've also been using a brush a lot lately, which normally I use a beauty blender, but I've been using the brush a lot lately because then I don't have to clean my beauty blenders, which has been nice. And I'm doing a lot more of a lighter coverage because I don't really need that full coverage. You know, I've been doing a lot of like Skype, Zoom, video chat, stuff like that. So I do want to have a little bit of coverage, but like, it's like poor connections. I don't need to be like full flawless beat face. Like nobody's gonna be able to tell. So I've just been, you know, kind of being kind of natural with my makeup lately. So it's been nice to not do full makeup every day. It saves me a lot of time. I've been sleeping in, which has been nice. So when I have to start getting up like an hour earlier every day, it's gonna be tough for me. I'm gonna have to start like training my body for that, but okay, so we got a little bit of that on. Again, not full coverage. We're just spreading it out around, doing a nice thin coat, but enough to give us like some coverage. Like you can still see some of my imperfections coming out, but it's looking much more even than it was before. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I picked up another one of these probably like 2-3 months ago. This is it. Because the last time I purchased this, I got the wrong shade, so it was too dark for me. So I got a lighter shade this time because I wanted to test it out and see if it's a good dupe for the Nars, what is it? Radiant Creamy Concealer, I think is what it's called. So this has been good for my quarantine days. It's definitely like a not super full coverage concealer, but I would say it is a good concealer for somebody who's looking for more of like that natural concealer. They don't need like the full Shape Tape coverage. So we'll just blend that out again with my brush, or you could use your fingers for that if you don't want to use a brush. So I'll just blend that out a little bit. And then I have, nope, that's the new one. I have my Hoola Quickie Contour Stick that's almost gone. So I've just been like digging in there with the brush, just like making it work. Like there's still a lot of product in there, so might as well use it up. Like you can see, I got a lot just in that one little dip. So there's a lot of product left in there. So we're just gonna use that up. And then I have a new one of these. I love this cream contour. So just do a little bit of that everywhere. And then for days that I want to be a little more natural, I have been using my Nars liquid blush in, this is Orgasm, but they have a few different colors of it. But we're not going to use that today. I'm going to show you some of the other blushes I've been using up. Okay, so then I am going to set this down a little bit. I've been using my Too Faced Born This Way powder, which I've been using for a while. So I am trying to use this guy up, and then I think I have a couple other loose setting powders that I want to use up. There's a couple of brands that I haven't tried that I really want to try, but I want to use these up before I purchase those. One of those is the RCMA powder. I have been hearing about that for years and still haven't tried it. So that's been on my list for a while. So hopefully I can finish up these powders in a few months, and then I'll be able to purchase that and test it out. So I just put that mostly in the center of my face, but I took it out a little bit further than I normally do because I was using a brush instead of a sponge. But then I'm gonna set the outside of my face with my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder in the shade 1. We have hit pan on this guy, so we're just finishing this off. This is just a beautiful setting powder. I know it's super expensive, but with being home, I'm not using as much of it as I normally do. I'm just using it a little bit on the outside of my face. So we're getting to savor it a little bit more and make it last a little bit longer. So that's nice. I've pulled out some bronzers that I'm trying to use up. This is the Wet n Wild bronzer Ticket to Brazil. This has been in my drawer as a new thing for quite a while. While I use bronzer almost every day, I feel like it takes a long time to get through them. And that is one of these ones, or one of those is this one. It's like a huge pan. So we're just slowly working on this one. I don't think I will repurchase this one when I finish it. It's a really good bronzer, but it's messy. There's a lot of kickback with this product. I just dump the excess in the garbage. I have to do that every time. So it's a really good budget-friendly option, but it's a mess. So if you do purchase this bronzer, just be aware of that. Okay, and then I don't usually do like powder contour, but if I do, I use the Estee Edit, the Barris bronzer in light medium. And I finally hit pan on this guy. See, these compacts are huge, so it takes a long time to get into them. And put some damage into them. So I've actually been using this as my eyeshadow as well. So I just take a nice fluffy brush and have been just kind of swiping that in the crease to start. And then I just kind of blend it out from there. Drop it onto the lid a little bit, take it up on the brow bone a little bit. But the main focus of the color is going in the crease. So once I finish this guy, I'm hoping it's going to line up nicely with when I finish my highlight, because then I'm going to bust out this guy, which is also old, but when this first came out, I was so excited about it that I went and bought another one. So my first one is gone, but this one has been sitting in my drawer for so long. This is the Becca Jaclyn Hill palette, and it's beautiful. So it has Champagne Pop, Prosecco Pop, and then a blush topper, which actually can just be worn as a blush. It's just like a shimmery blush. And then Amaretto, it's considered a blush, but for me, it's kind of more of a bronzer. So I'm hoping to bust this out then and get it used up. But before I get that guy out, I have a couple of blushes I'm working on. I have the Wet n Wild Color Icon blush in Rosé Champagne. Here, we'll open it up. Look, at the package is broken. I've been at pan for a long time, but this thing will just not get used up. It's taking forever. But it's a good blush, and it's a good everyday blush because it's like, it's very neutral. So it's a good one. And then when I want like a little more of a cutesy pop of color, I've been using the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso. So this is just like a peachy, shimmery blush. So both good drugstore options, I will say that. But just trying to use them up. I've had them for a while. and just trying to use them up because I got some new blushes in the Sephora sale that I want to bust out, but I'm like, I gotta use these first. Gotta use these first. Which I'm sure once I start wearing a full face of makeup again, I'm gonna be like, oh, this blush doesn't go with it, and I'm gonna start dipping into the other ones. So I need to make a lot of progress on those now. Okay, and then highlight, I've been using my Champagne Pop. We have been at Pan for a while. This one actually broke and I had to dump a good amount out, but we have a good amount left just around the rim of the pan, so I'm just using this up. Sometimes if I want like a little more of a pop on the eyes, I've just been dipping my finger into it and just brushing it across the lid and on the inner corner there. Just to jazz up my eye look a little bit. But yeah, just really using those face powder products up as... All right, sorry, my camera died, but I was saying that I have a lot of bottles of foundation that are open that I never fully used up. And I'm really bad about that when it comes to foundation. So, you know, I just would get excited about something else and I'd stop using the other product, or my color would change and so I'd go buy a different color or whatever. So now I'm just trying to use those all up. I still am using my IT Cosmetics CC cream. This I'm mostly using when I want a little more coverage. So like when I know I'm going out in public or anything like that. Because this is expensive and I love this. It's so good. But it's not for like my stay-at-home days when I have like one Skype call. Like, no, it's not worth it. So I'm using up some of my older products that, you know, I just kind of fell out of love with. But this is definitely still getting used. Okay, so let's move on to finish our eyes and brows. For brows, I've just been doing my clear brow gel. And please excuse my brows, I'm actually doing them tonight, so I'm tinting and waxing them. And hopefully soon I'll be able to go get my touch-up finally, for my microblading that I did back in February. I was supposed to go for a touch-up in March, but then obviously everything closed. So hopefully I can go get that done sometime like within the next month or so. That'd be awesome. So, okay, so then I've just been going in with my micro brow pencil by NYX and just kind of like filling in a little bit, but not like doing my full brow routine. But yeah, I can't wait until I can go get them touched up, because then this will probably be all I have to do on like a daily basis after that. So super excited to have that appointment whenever it is. Just excited to have appointments again. I love, you know, having somebody else like pamper me. Like I do a lot of like my own beauty stuff at home. So I do kind of cherish those appointments where somebody else does the stuff for me. It's really nice. So I actually have a hair appointment next week. So that'll be an interesting experience, but I'm very excited to be freshened up. I'm very much past due, but yeah, it's probably good for my hair. It's probably good for all of our hair to take a break from like coloring and treatments and stuff. So either way. Okay, and then for mascara, I haven't been wearing a lot of eyeliner. I've mostly just been doing mascara, and I have a lot of like the little travel size ones, or just like ones that were sent to me. Like I still have like my Givenchy one that was sent to me. So I'm just trying to use these up. These were ones that were like my day-to-day mascaras before quarantine. So they have gotten a lot of use. So I'm just trying to use them up before they dry up. Because that's usually what happens with me with mascara. Is a lot of the times if one looks interesting to me, I'll get like the travel size of it to test it out. But then I won't give like my other mascaras attention. And then they dry out, which I know you can put eye drops in to re-wet them, but you know, a lot of times that it works, but the mascara's a lot of times not the same after that. So just trying to use these all up before they dry up. I get my money's worth out of them because these ones I did pay for. But yeah, I have a lot of ones that were sent to me like in subscription boxes or influencer or whatever. So I got this all over, so I'm just gonna use a Q-tip. Clean that up when it dries. So when I have been wearing eyeliner, I've been using my Kat Von D on top, of course. And then I am on the journey of finding a new lower lash water, oh my God, what's it called? Waterline mascara? Eyeliner. So I have like a bunch of like little ones. I have some that were like sent to me. I have some that I've purchased when they were on sale. So I'm just using them up right now. I am using the Kiko one, which I actually really like this one. It glides on like super easily. So that's nice. But yeah, I used to use the Flower Beauty one all the time, but it's gotten harder and harder and harder to find. So I'm just using up a bunch of these, testing them out. I'm using a lot of like waterproof gel or kohl liners. So I'm testing those all out to see which is best. So then I'm still using my MAC lower lash mascara. So we can just clean up the mess that I made with my mascara. And then for lips, I've been doing a lot of just filling in with my lip liner. So this is Essence Lip Liner color 11 in the nude. All right, and that's what that looks like. And then I've just been like topping with a lip balm. I have a lot of just like little chapsticks and stuff, so just using these up too. So this is a Blistex one. Don't even remember when I got it. It's probably expired. Let's see. It expires this year, so it's good that I'm using it up. But yeah, just to add a little hydration, but yeah. Then I've also been using up some of my less than favorite setting sprays. This is the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. So this one is actually a really good setting spray. I like it, but it doesn't do it enough for me to replace my all-nighter. But on days like this where I'm just doing like a nice light natural makeup look, it's perfect because I don't need my makeup to last the entire day, but I want it to last longer than it would without putting a setting spray on it, if that makes sense. So it's been a good one. I also have like my Max Fix Plus. I used to use this as a setting spray, and now I just kind of use it to like wet my brush before, you know, putting products on that need to be wetted, or like if my makeup feels a little cakey or powdery, I'll use it for something like that. So just starting to use this a little bit more to use up the existing product. And then when I finish this one, I'll probably just get the travel size one because I don't go through it very quickly, and I don't want it to expire. And I'm going to try to be a little bit better about that once I kind of make my way through a lot of the products that I have. You know, if I know that I like something, but I'm not going to use it in a timely manner, just kind of purchasing stuff in the smaller sizes. Yes, it usually costs a little bit more per unit to do it that way, but if you're not going to use it before it expires, you're gonna throw it away anyway. So I'd rather, you know, pay $15 for a little one and use all of it than pay $25 for something twice as big and not use it, you know. So that's just kind of my thought on that. I'm just trying to be a little less wasteful, use what I have, and just kind of put a dent in my makeup collection so that I can like organize stuff a little bit neater, and actually see everything that I have. Right now, a lot of stuff's just like stacked on top of each other, and I don't really, you know, I open my drawer and I don't see what's underneath it. So I just see what's on top. So I'm curious to know what you guys are doing for your quarantine makeup. Are you wearing makeup? Are you working from home, not working, going to work? What's kind of your routine for your makeup right now? So let me know, but that's all we have for this video this week. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.